Dobrý večer, vážení diváci. Dovolte mi, aby som vás privítal na dnešnej diskusii s bieloruským režisérom Maximom Schvedom. Vďaka festivalu Jeden svet Slovensko sme mali možnosť uvidieť jeho film Čisté, umenie v slovenskej premiére. Rád by som vás také informoval predovšetkým pre divákov, ktorí ešte nemali možnosť ten film vidieť, že film je k dispozícii online na stránkach Jednoho sveta pre všetkých divákov, ktorí sa momentálne nachádzajú na Slovensku, a ten film tam bude online k dispozícii až do zajtra do 12. hodiny. V tuto chvíli by som rád vás tiež vyzval, že nám môžete zasielať otázky nielen o filme, ale tiež o aktuálnej situácii v Bielorusku. Ráde budeme adresovať pánovi režisérovi Maximovi Schvedovi. Poprosím vás, aby ste nám otázky posielali v slovenčine, v češtine alebo v angličtine. So and now, please let's switch me to the English language. I would like to welcome our audience to tonight's Q&A about the Belarusian film Pure Art by Maxim Schved. Maybe on the beginning, I would like just say some basic words about the director of Maxim Schved. Maxim Schved was born in Minsk, Belarus. He graduated Vaida Film School in Warsaw, and now he's an independent filmmaker. He also make a docu-series called Welcome to Belarus. His last film, Pure Art, which we can introduce on this day on the Slovakian premiere. This film had an international premiere at International Film Festival Krakow, and now this film is on the distribution to other European countries. So, and now please let me welcoming the director, Maxim Schved. Maxim, can
Hello. Welcome from Belarus.
Welcome. Good to see you. So please, maybe on the beginning, I would like to ask my first question. After watching the Pure Art, is on my opinion, and not only on my opinion, it's a really very interesting film. We already received so many very positive feedback, so let me thank you for this film, and congratulations to your Slovakian premiere as well.
Thank you.
And my first question is because in my opinion, from audience perspective, I can also recognize on your film some absurd situation. Please correct me if I'm not right, but you made this film 3 or 4 years. All shooting was before the last president elections. So, in my opinion, you are showing us some social atmosphere inside in a Belarusian society, and we also can meet, in my opinion, the absurd situation how the official establishment making a realization of program keeping clean streets of the Minsk. So and on this absurd is mean that is cleaning also out of street art. So I would like to ask you how many what exactly mean pure art, or how many possibilities for understanding it's pure art.
Thank you for these questions, a lot of them. I will start from the fact that we were shooting this film 3 years ago. It was shooting period, and it was anniversary of revolution, 100 years of revolution. So today is like 103 years of revolution, and even more people trying to be on the streets now, but not only with the red flags these days. If someone would tell me 3 years ago that it would be possible that different colors of flag would be possible on the streets in this day, I wouldn't believe. So, and it's absurdic to have such kind of anniversaries for the country who survived a lot of, I would say, problems, or a lot of people was killed by this regime. I mean, communistic regime, but we still have anniversary, and it was like holiday, not working day. And I don't know any more countries. Even on Russia, they don't celebrate this. So my idea of making this film was to catch this absurd in which we live. These strange anniversaries and our geographical position between East and West, our position in time, which also seems for me like between past, let's say, communistic past and very strange form of capitalistic future. So a lot of different edges are in our territory, in our time, in Belarus. So I tried to catch this because it's really absurdic. And I'm happy that you see it because it's quite, I tried to do it in ironic way, not to be very serious about it, because if you live in it, you have to opportunity to survive in it. So irony is one of the way to survive this absurd. And
definitely, I agree.
Yeah, it's it's very simple. It sounds like anecdote. When I told the idea of the film I want to make in wider school, where I started this project, I just said that we have kind of art which is squares on the wall, and it's like Kazimir Malevich art. But this art hides other kind of art. It can be street art or maybe just any slogans people wrote, and then communal service try to hide it. But the color they use is different from the wall. So you see a lot of beautiful squares, and cultural critics say that it can be real art, quite seriously. And it sounds like anecdote, but when you try to discover what is true, what is not, what is funny, why one people do it and other try to hide it, you are opening this absurd in society, in all society in which we live, which we lived, I believe.
Yeah. And Maxim, maybe so many people already know what's happened immediately during the Stalinisms after the Second World War with Malevich and all these art styles. We know the fates, so many students of Malevich students. So is it now the current really a topic to open this controversy situation? What happened with this artist during the Stalinism? Because I guess this is the topic for all former Eastern Bloc. It is some trauma from Stalinism time.
It's difficult for me to answer this question from the point of view of culture critics or historian, but I can say that in our government, Stalinism and the power of Stalin is not still accepted as something evil.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of, we have such a place, Kurapati, in which a lot of Belarusian intelligent people were killed before the Second World War. And still no one said that that yes, it was Stalin and his cruel power. They try to pretend that it's Second World War victims or some other victims. So they try to keep distance from these questions. And until we do these basic things, we won't accept it in other spheres like art or culture. So, but we try to do it now.
Yes, we have the first question from audience. I would like just read it. Hi Maxim, what about your new film, the one about the elections? Have you finished it already? Well, it's a little bit out, but please, if you can you?
Yeah, someone is watching me. It's
and following you.
Following, yeah. I already finished the film about elections, and suddenly, while making this full-length film, I made a short one because I was detained during the shootings and imprisoned, and I was happy to have all the materials I shoot during this situation, before the detention, even the process of detaining me, and some very unique scenes inside of prison. So I made a short film, which even Guardian took to show about the situation in Belarus with my colleagues. And yes, I finished this long one about the main idea is conversation between taxi drivers and passengers in pre-election time. So they are talking about elections and their expectation. And now this film is on Current TV YouTube channel, so you can watch it, but it's only in Russian now. They didn't translate it yet, but I believe.
But maybe if I can also just say some remind, we have prepared some teaser of this film, and during our Q&A, we will also show a teaser of this new film. And I would like to say thank you to Current Time TV, which agreed to show this teaser. And Max, I would like to read the second question. The question is, we are back about the Pure Art. What's happened on the main character of Pure Art, the painter? I've heard that he took his own life. Why did it happen?
Yes, the main character, one of the main characters, Zahar Kudin, the artist, he had committed suicide last year. It was almost a year ago in December, in the end of the year. And I cannot tell you why. There are a lot of different hypotheses. And his friends, his parents, his colleagues has their own ideas. He was very, in fact, the person you see in the film is just the person we want to show you. Because the idea of the film was not telling the story about artists, as you probably saw. I tried to tell a story about atmosphere, but you cannot do it without persons, yes? So Zahar is very characteristic person, yes? And it's interesting to observe him. But he's much more, he's a more bigger person than you can see it on the film. And not only in the good ways, because he was a real artist. I used to say that is artist of the brain. I don't know. It sounds in Russian. So he has real artist brain, and you. When I get acquainted with him, I started understood such genius like Van Gogh or Kurt Cobain. So persons you don't know, but he had that spirit. You understand they could have this person. We used to say genius, and it's not only like positive energy. So he really liked to talk only about art. So all you see in the film, we tried to get and catch this moment when he is just communicating with people. Because in the beginning we agreed that it's going to be a film about Belarus, presenting Belarus through this point of view of this strange art. And he said, yes, okay. He proposed to make a copy on these big canvases. It was his idea. And then during shootings, he tried to put himself as a main character of the film. Usually characters, protagonists of the film behave like this. Yes, but then we said, yes, Zahar, but remember, it's a film about Belarus, not about you. But then, so he was really great artistic person, but you cannot understand till the end why it happened. Probably he even had some psychical problems, but you don't know for sure. Sometimes you think, sometimes you think it's part of his character, but you don't know if it's to which way it's going to finish, which way it's going to go.
So now we have the next question. Of course, that we are still talking, and how we told your film is also about the Belarusians' current time. So the question is now what we received. The question is a little bit more personally. Have you had your okres kina experience already, like so many Belarusians? Of course, I hope you don't have to go there. The revolution must win. So this is...
I didn't really get Okreskina.
Okrestina is the Russian word.
Yeah. I've been in jail, but I was on the other
prison.
Prison. Yes, in the other one, Zhodina. Yeah. And it's not so cruel as Okrestina one, but I get there in the first 3 days, in which it was very high level of cruelty, and I was in the place where one of the person was first killed. I just was an hour late. I didn't even know that someone was already killed. So I was very close to very dangerous situations, but I was lucky enough to survive. But if I know now what it's going to be, I would never go there.
And maybe I would like to ask you when it happened, this situation.
It was on the 10th of August.
So it was on the beginning.
Next day after elections.
And what is the important? Did you shoot there your new film? Yes.
Actually, our film was in pre-election time, so we had the plan to finish it in the elections, and our main characters, taxi drivers, when they went to the election place and voting. But then we decided with the editor to go and try to film all this strange reality which began next day. But already the idea of the film was finished. So I didn't really even want to do it and to shoot it. And I didn't have my cameraman, so I had to do it by myself. So, but I met a lot of interesting person in the prison I would never met in any place. 36 men in one small room and completely different spheres of life. So it's like social experiment for me. Kind of.
Maybe what is important to say during these days, nobody knows what's really happened with you. That was the very common on this time.
Yes. As for me, it was, I would say, quite interesting to communicate with people I would never see. But for my relatives, for my friends, it was really an awful situation because they know that someone was killed. And all this cruelty, I didn't know. I just saw a lot of beaten people, but I thought maybe it's just some situation. But I didn't imagine that it's even much worse.
Yeah. So please let me read to other question.
Okay.
I'm reading. What do you think? What is one most important thing that has to happen in order to win the revolution? So
it's simple. Keep walking. keep walking. Yes. Like in one whiskey said. I would not say more than this. I mean, I just can explain this, but there is no way the situation will stay as before. We will never agree to live like before. We already evoluted. I mean, we Belarusians. So it's different stages of protest, and you can analyze them like different stages of accepting not pleasant information. I mean, it's for president. So now it's the stage when he tried to, how to say, торговаться. When he wants to sell, when you want to sell or buy something, you have to say your price. And so he on the stage of trying to bargain.
I think I know the Slovakian version is the kšeftovať, alebo vexlovať.
Yeah. So I think it's I would not say much about time, in which time it happened, because I think it would be unexpected for us. But it will happen one day. I put $1 that it will happen this year. But most of my friends said that it would be next year. I would be not so positive, but the recipe is just follow to do what we are doing, protest, and to do it in a peaceful way. So tomorrow is a Sunday. It means that we are going on the streets.
So and
for the 13th weekend. So it's like more than 3 months. And it's very good for the health.
Even if weather, it's still more colder and colder.
Yeah, but we don't have any other ways. I mean, okay, yes, we have like a belief about that American president changed and he has different point of view to politics, global politics, but we cannot wait for Biden do it, so we have to do it. And we have only our legs. and our creativity.
And I believe that everyone, the people over the Europe, it's wish that if it's the end of this person, which is still now in the President Palace in Minsk, if it's the end of this year, if it's the totally end of his dictatorship. So if I can, I would like to read the other question. What are you going to do in the case that the revolution doesn't win? Are you going to stay in Belarus making films, or you have thought about other possibilities?
So first of all, I don't believe it's impossible. I think that the revolution will not win. It's already won. It's just a question of time. I mean, we evoluted, we changed a lot from the persons we used to be. So we even, some people say that we even burn like a nation. So and the revolution, it means big change, and this big change has happened. What about like in the law part? So we need to see as a president, yes? I don't know, but on the other hand, I think that for documentaries, the worse situation is, the more chances you have to win kind of Oscar. Because I'm maybe a little bit cruel, but now it's a lot of attention to Belarus. Everyone like to know what's happened. So, and we have a lot of interesting, let's say, content. Sorry for these words, but a lot of interesting topics we can document. So in any case, I will stay here because for me it's a chance to see it by my own eyes. That's why I'm documentarist. I like to feel and to see what's happening interesting in reality. And I'm happy to be in Belarus now because it's one of the most interesting places to be. So I will stay here.
So now we have the other comments and question. Hi, Maxim. Thank you for your film. You methodate that idea of the square was yours. So the whole concept of artist research in the streets came from you?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I can repeat.
Interpret.
Yeah. Interpret. The audience just asking if the concept of artist research in the street, if it was your idea, or if you just discovered this stuff on the street.
I started developing this idea in Wider Film School in 2016, and the first idea was to shoot a film about Belarus and strange situation we live in, and to show it to our neighbors, like Polish people, because we are neighbors and they don't really know a lot about us. So my colleagues from my school were interested in this idea. But I tried to find interesting way to show it. And the first idea was to show some patriotic celebration. We have a lot of patriotic celebrations, and they really quite funny as for me, a bit trashy. So I tried to develop this idea, but it was not really interesting, and it was not easy to catch it, to enter this holidays, celebrations, and people. So I was taking pictures, photographing these colorful squares, and I just proposed that probably this idea could be good. So the film started from the idea of squares. I told about the squares, And it took, as I said, it was quite curious to open what lies behind all them. And then I tried to look for the way I can build the story, because it's impossible to tell it without people, the person's characters. So one of idea was artist who is somehow communicating with it. So, and when my friend advised me to talk with Zahar, I just told him that I have idea of making film and these squares. What do you think about it? And he said, yes, I also noticed them lots of time. I think we can just make a copy of them. And when he said copy, I thought it would be like a very realistic copy. And as you saw in the film, it's completely abstract. Sometimes you don't even get if it's copy or not. So for me, it was surprise. But he's an artist, and from that point, I couldn't tell him how to do and how to interpret, how to communicate with it. So the idea was our common, and how to realize it. These big canvases. Producers was a bit shocked when I said that it needs to be 2 and 3 meters. It's quite a big. Yes, but Zahar said, no, only this. It couldn't be smaller. It's impossible. I see it just only this. So we had to buy it, and it was Italian canvases. So he said, but it needs to be on Italian. I swear it's much better. So we have to listen to him, and this idea was like combination between what I wanted and what he really wanted. I don't know if you noticed, but in the middle of the film, he really didn't want to make copies from the wall anymore. And he said to us, okay, I did it what you wanted, now I'm doing my art. Just go away. And he even broke one canvas during shootings. But we didn't put it on the film because it was too much about him, not about the idea we want to represent. But we have a lot of materials, and probably one day we will shoot we will edit the proper film about Zahar. Yeah.
Nice. Listen, we have the other question from the same person, which asked you the previous question. I'm just reading statements from people passing by were sometimes really metaphoric, a poetry. What was your director's touch? Were some things pre-written in the script?
It's a good question. No, I didn't write anything. I just invite some of the people to communicate with Zahar, because of course we like to find interesting just passers-by or strangers, yes, but if you have production, you have shooting day, if you don't have any person who is walking by, you need to have someone who just say anything. And it works like this: if someone already is talking with Zahar, then another one, just a stranger, can be more brave to talk with him. So we really invited some persons, but some of them you can see in the film, some of them not. And it looks very naturally. I think it looks quite naturally, all these conversations, and people sometimes wonder if it's true. The people in Belarus so wisdom and philosophic, but it's a question of very, very good editing. We were editing this film for a year, and it was very talented young Polish editor who was taking this film very privately, and it was his diploma work in Lodz Film School, So he did it with interest, and he even came to Belarus to feel the atmosphere, to see these walls he's editing. So I think it looks quite natural and dynamic and interesting because of this very precious editing.
Nice. So maybe we can just say the name of the editor.
Yes, Piotr Bodak.
Piotr Bodak.
Now he's in Spain.
Nice.
He's making good career.
So now we receive, it's just remark. I would like to read it. Thank you very much for your answer. Please stay safe and optimist. Good luck with your films. Živie Belarus.
Живе вечно. And how it sounds in
Slovakian, nech žije Bielorusko.
Nech žije Bielorusko. It's very similar to Belarusian.
Yeah. And maybe if we are finally have Živie Belarus, also on your film there was these two girls which also wrote on the wall Živie Belarus, but it was before all this situation. So
if now I think now situation is more close to the one I wanted to have when I shoot it. Yes, and even not me, but my producers, because they thought that all the streets are just full of slogans, protest slogans, but it was not like this. And I even wonder what are these two communal service ladies doing now. They have a lot of work, because now it's completely everything is just with graffiti and just strangest people walking. All who can do anything, they just write it on the streets, on the walls, everywhere. So now this film is even more actual than But in that time I was shooting it, it was like a position slogan. Now we don't have even no more opposition. We don't have, we don't have such term like opposition, because now we are majority. The people who does not support this power, it's not anymore freaks like it used to be before. It's not like a small closed society of people. We used to think about us or about them like this. But now it's not like this. We are majority, it's not opposition, and this slogan does not associate with this strange opposition we used to, for the most of the people. For me it was okay all the time and for a lot of people, but majority thought that it's like some freaks, some nationalists just using it. And for me it was also surprising when this lady took and wrote it. She just wanted to make a good film.
And it was really some symbol of future on that time.
Yeah, maybe, but it's saying just it was deep in us. We just didn't have feel proper place and time and comfortable to show it. Because you was maybe shy, maybe not confident that someone will accept it. But now we don't afraid anymore, so it's more popular.
So maybe if you agree with me, maybe now is the time when we can show to our audience the teaser from your new film. I would like just ask to directors if it's the prepare film. So len Efes.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Куда едем?
Брестская 225.
Хорошо. И вы с флагами, и что эти флаги обозначают, ребенки?
Государственные символы Беларуси бывшие. До того, как власть.
До.
Лукашенко.
До того, да?
Да.
Ну, он принял, изменил флаги, поставил гербы.
Ясно. Что там, на митинге, наверное, были, да?
Да.
Конечно.
Что там интересного было? Что вам обещали?
Ничего не
Изменить страну обещали.
Обещали
Наконец-то, в
изменить,
конце концов.
изменить
Обещали
страну.
надежду на
Да.
перемены.
Чтобы мы за наши мало прожитые года хоть что-то увидели новое, а не 26 одно и то же.
Сколько я живу, столько один
Да.
президент. Такое невозможно ни в любой цивилизованной стране.
Раньше говорить о политике, о Лукашенко, о всей этой грязи было, знаешь, уделом каких-то нытиков такой, знаешь, если ты об этом говоришь, тебя никто не поддержит. Все такие на пассиве каком-то, это грязь какая-то, негатив. Типа у всех позитивное мышление, знаешь, у всех позитивное мышление. А сейчас как бы настолько все устали бояться, и настолько всех все задолбало, что как-то народ активно включился, я не знаю почему.
Понятно, что у меня мнение такое, знаете, однозначное. Вот за эти годы, что вот приезжал и здесь с родителями, и с братьями, и с родными, со всеми разговариваю, однозначно, что все-таки должен быть избран народом вот именно Александр Григорьевич.
Ну, вы знаете, вот этот порядок, который вот сейчас наводится, я вот немножко работала начальником, ну, в сельском хозяйстве. Хочу сказать, что, вы знаете, ну, мне даже радует то, что у нас как бы все под контролем.
Дети пришли домой, я офигел просто. Они дома сидят, играют в Барби, не в Барби, в Лего. Они из Лего делают автозак. Собрали всех игрушек, а у нас их много, этих игрушек. Они взяли этих человечков, поставили, как будто бы они стоят, и кто-то их забирает вот этот автозак. И следующий кульминационный момент. И потом Майя придумала, приходит Барби-великан.
Великаны с другой стороны, и они их спасают, и ОМОНов бросают в реку.
В тюрьму и в реку.
Да, в тюрьму.
Но это уже... Да, это, конечно, шикарно, но это на самом деле, блин, так печально, что дети начинают просто думать... Ну, конечно, если бы не говорили дома об этом, да, и не рассказывали им, я не могу не рассказывать и не смотреть, меня это поглотило.
Даже не смотреть и не рассказывать.
Кто-то не говорит детям и не рассказывает, что
А
сейчас
еще
творится.
я придумала еще кое-что
Что?
смешное про ОМОНов.
Ну, давай.
Я говорила то, что ОМОНов накрасили и надели в пачки. И они танцевали как балерины.
Прикольная концепция, это такое будет. Но мне кажется, это в
Я
Беларуси
сказала,
будущего такое может быть.
Блять, это автозаки перегородили всю дорогу нахер, это из-за них пробка.
Не, я с ума сойду, я лучше аборт сделаю. Дура.
Не, ну может в лоб дам сначала, а ребенка приму.
Не дашь ты мне в лоб.
Дам.
Потому что я
Поверь.
сделаю аборт быстрее, чем, блядь, я...
Что ты сделаешь?
Аборт. Ну нельзя, мне кажется...
А вот тут ты точно в лоб получишь.
Осознанно знать уже
А я
об этом.
помогу. А ты тоже молчи, ты тоже об этом знать не будешь.
В интернете шутят, что вот просто снимать нужно Netflixу сериал. Ну, это же просто горячая тема. Я думаю, это потянет на... Ну да. Не, ну если делать на Netflix, значит должна быть какая-то концовка, ну там, крутая.
Возможно,
Я думаю, будет
крутая
крутая концовка. Ну ладно. Ну то есть, значит, настрой не такой негативный. Я надеюсь тоже, что будет крутая. Нет, просто может быть крутая, но не негативная.
Крутая негативная концовка.
Типа, я понял.
Ну это значит будет второй сезон.
Должно быть, да.
Well, now we watched the teaser of Maxim's last film. I would like again to say thank you to Current Time TV, which is the TV broadcaster of Radio Free Europe. Maxi.
Thank you.
Thank you also for this teaser. And now I would like to quote the one more question what we receive. It is also a question that about the pure art, where two women painting the walls really they are really employees of the they was really employees or was it staged? I'm wondered if the employees could collaborate with the film production.
They are really working in a communal service. It's an organization which helps, which holds all the electricity and communal service sphere, and we're paying for it. So they are working as a painters in this service. It's governmental service. We don't have any other opportunity to hold our local flats. So they were working there, and my assistant came when we were making research. My assistant came to this service and asked the director of the service if there are possible to shoot the film, and if he knows someone who can help us with the painting. And he said, yes, of course, I have two nice women. And he ordered them to participate in this film. It was not like asking, and they were happy to participate because for them it's like more interesting than just to work and paint.
Yeah.
So they had to be participating. But in fact, we had two teams in the beginning. We have been shooting the other one. and it was like parallel stories. We weren't sure which one is can be better one, and which one we can take into the film. And the other one team was in some way more interesting. They were more brave to say a lot of words against of the government. But in the end, they didn't want to go to exhibition. And it was very important for us to meet Zahar as a painter and these ladies from the communal service. So they were brave, but not till the end.
So, and now we have the other question, is the general question. I'm reading it. How freely can you film in the streets of Belarus? But maybe I would like to ask also, what is now the current position for generally for the Belarusians documentaries in this current time? Because we know on the past that the arresting is still happening. Every day we receive just news who is arrested. So
yes.
Can you tell us more about this situation?
The situation every day is different, and the days we were shooting was completely different than now. But the most important, I can tell you that yesterday was cancelled the biggest Belarusian film festival, Listopad. It's the main festival in Belarus, and it was cancelled just a day before the starting.
Yeah.
So you can understand that it was organized for like 6 or even more months, and they just canceled it in the end because of coronavirus. But the other activities are not cancelled. So it was done in a very unpleasant way. So it's just about showing the film, screening the films, not the shooting them. Yes, and the government is afraid of people who can watch the films and to say something about it. Yes, and they are hunting. It's literally hunting for the journalist, and they don't make any difference between film director or cameraman or journalist. It's just someone who is holding camera or
is automatically dangerous for establishment.
Automatically dangerous. And so now it's very difficult to do something on the streets. Even when we started to shoot the film with taxi drivers, we choose this idea because we wanted to be sure to finish the film. Because when you are inside of automobile, you are more safe. But not, as you know, I got to the jail, but the idea was to be in the distance of all this situation. But we didn't know that it can be like this, but we just thought if it's elections, maybe it can be a little bit dangerous. When we were shooting the pure art, we were not as a real filmmakers. We didn't look like real filmmakers. It was just 3 or 4 of us with a camera and strange artist. So we also could say that we are just shooting him. It's not something very dangerous situation. Just first day when it was parade, demonstration with tanks and canvases behind of them. Yes, it was quite difficult to shoot. But we had, let's say, happy formula to say to the policemen and to other people that we are shooting film about how clean Minsk is.
Yeah.
So your first question was, what is the...
What does it mean?
Pure art.
Yeah.
So pure means in Russian чистое, чистое искусство, and it's like about clean, in one hand, and like pure or special on the other hand. So when we told to policemen that it's a film about how clean Belarus and Minsk is, they said, okay, just do it, guys. It's our brand, it's our slogan. So they were happy we are shooting.
And Max,
for Polish director Grzegorz Hartwell, it was amazing. He said, what, does it really work? It's like, I would say, I'm filming film about air. What does clean streets mean for you? It's nothing. I said, yes, but for us, it's something very touchable.
And Maxim, we have now the place only for the last question, because the time is very limited. But I would like just say what it's really happened for supporting all Belarusians protest from abroad, because I know in Slovakia is also so many organizations, also the activities Free Belarus, also in Czech Republic and other countries. So maybe can you say us what is really is helping for supporting?
Yeah, now we feel very great solidarity from different sides. Inside of the country, between different groups, which never was common before. Outside of Belarus, with Belarusian diaspora, they also help us to tell about the situation to the world leaders, to the leaders of their countries, to the people of their countries. Because no one even knew before where Belarus is situated, and now it's luckily, but not in the nice way, but it's not most secret. So, and as you know, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, the candidate to president, she meets with a lot of leaders of the world. So she also tried to spread the situation about Belarus, to communicate, and a lot of non-governmental organizations all over the world in different spheres, I mean mass media or medicine or artists, helping in different ways, like giving opportunity to make an exhibition for the diaspora who can realize it, organize it, or just making shelters for the person who survived in Belarus and curing them, or giving the job for the medicine workers who was participating in protest, and then later they was cancelled from the jobs. So it's a real solidarity all over the world, I would say.
Yeah, maybe just for the end, I'm not sure, but 2 weeks ago, the Tikhanovská also met the Slovakian president Zuzana Čaputová. So I'm so glad that this is also happened. So Maxim, please, thank you for your time. It was really nice to have a talk. Again, thank you so much for your film, and I believe that we will meet on your other premiere.
Yeah, I believe it would be more positive than this last one with the taxi drivers, but yeah.
And I also
yes,
I am also believe that the next listopad will be on the Free Belarus.
Yeah, thank you. So, Živé Belarus.
Živé Belarus.
Goodbye. Thank you for
goodbye.